Where has all of our greatness gone? It's one of the greatest sadnesses of my life to meet people and recognize that they have amazing talents, and yet they keep them hidden and pushed away. Why do we do this? The answer is quite simple. And one of the biggest reasons we do that is because of social media. Because as soon as you go on and you open up this wonderful thing called Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you start the endless scroll of what the world is doing. And what ends up happening for most people is we are completely incapable of turning off the comparison. It's called the contrast effect in our head. So we compare ourselves to others constantly. So as we go through this, we're just like, oh, just catching up. We're looking at how much further ahead people are, how much prettier they are. We're inundated with ads on how we are deficient. We're not skinny enough. We're not pretty enough. We're not wearing the right clothes. And we descend into the madness, which is holding back what makes us absolutely wonderfully, incandescently happy, to quote one of my favorite books, Pride and Prejudice, in case you're wondering. Where has your greatness gone? And what is it? What blocks have you put in front of this greatness that are preventing you from leading it? And it could be just simply the idea that you don't have the right, you don't deserve to kind of take your talents and the things you're really good at and turn it into a life, a lifestyle, a business, a career. You may look at your talents and not see any way that you can apply that. And so you hold back and you put yourself in a box. And you try to be happy in that box. I try to be happy in lots of different boxes I stuck myself in, but you don't stay happy for long because you know that you're being contained. And any greatness that is contained quickly becomes frustration. And if the frustration isn't turned into action, it turns into bitterness and resentment. Then we become like grumpy old people. I don't want to be a grumpy old person. I don't want you to be a grumpy old person. So I want to ask you a really important question. What roadblocks have you put between you and the life that you want, you and the relationship you want, you, the business, career, the promotion, the wonderful, cool ideas you have? What are you telling yourself? Because those words, those stories, those assumptions, that self-sabotage is literally the only reason you're not doing it. Most often I'll ask people when I want to really get to their greatness, what do you want? And the degree to which they avoid that question and flip into, well, I don't know how to do it, tells me just how big of a boulder they stuck in front of themselves to prevent them from actually achieving it. So ask yourself that question. What do you want? Not how are you going to get it? Because the how you're going to get it means nothing if you don't know what you want. When you really say, this is what I want, when you really identify, this is what matters, this is what makes me happy, this is what brings me joy. And I mean like joy, not just like contentment and mild satisfaction. Yeah, no one's like, I would like to live a perfectly satisfied life. Sure, okay, you might degrade yourself to that, but really? Nah, I don't think so. You want to live a really super awesome life. Start there. It's tough because your brain wants to go into all the reasons why you can't get there. You don't know how to do it. You don't have the skills. You need a mentor. You need a partner. By the way, you need none of those things. You've got all the answers you need within you. You just have to stop telling yourself that you don't. So where is your greatness? What's in front of it? What do you want? What are you telling yourself in terms of why you can't get there? And I want you to tackle those I can'ts with a whole bunch of what ifs. But what if you could? And what would it look like? What if you opened your brain, even in the possibility that that kind of a thing is out there? And what you're going to find is that the life you want is completely achievable as long as you get out of your own way. I wrote my book, The Dragon and the Goat, just behind me on the shoulder, just happens to be there, to be able to give you lots of different strategies on how to diminish the part of your brain that makes you want to hold back and accentuate the parts of your brain that are attuned to your talents, your skills, the things that make you actually happy, and how to create a better balance between those things. Your dragon's never going to go away. Those self-sabotaging thoughts, the bad habits, they're all there. They built too many neural pathways to make that stuff disappear, but you can build new ones. It's just practice and consistency that are aligned with what you ultimately want. So don't hide your greatness. It hurts my heart when people hide their greatness. And if you really want to know how you can do it, you can always book a call with me, because it's my jam to figure out how people can do it. You don't have to work with me to book that call. So just ask. If you're not sure, ask. And I hope that you will find that the greatness that you have within has been itching to come out all along. All you have to do is open the door.